why you are not enrolling people with your online marketing sales funnel. If your automatic marketing sales funnel is not working for you, then I'll bet this is what is missing. As much as the world has become more about automation and instant gratification, there's still something there we will always have a yearning for, and that is human connection. Unfortunately, the majority of the automated sales funnels out there are missing that part of the sales process. Sure, you may have a video out there just like this one, but we are not conversing friend to friend. People need a way to reach out and touch you. You're going to hear from one of the world's best online marketing sales funnel builders. Mike and Jason are both top-notch sales funnel creators, and they're going to give you their insights on what they see that is missing out there today with the sales funnel that prevent them from working for people.
I have really tried to get the point across that a funnel by itself isn't that powerful. A funnel with the things I've been teaching recently is very powerful. And they're very simple things, right? It's like if you've got leads coming through your funnel and they check out your Facebook page and you're just not posting anything that appeals to this audience that would be interested in this, you're going to lose them. And so that's why I keep saying, get ready, by putting the right content out and the things that I've been teaching so that when the prospects are coming through that funnel and the good ones are checking you out, like they see that you mean business.
I want to add in just this is like a 12-year perspective in watching Mike over more than a decade. I know a lot of marketers, a lot of guys that have made multiple eight figures, a lot of guys that have consulted literally the biggest names, Oprah, you name it. I know a guy that did MTV's original website. And I share all this because I have never, ever seen Mike not when he's excited and when his creative energy is allowed to complete and flourish and not also be rushed. And I know I see him at a point where he knows not to rush it, and he's cool. And he's explaining that he's always been transparent about this stuff. And I just want to say, watching that whole creative process, but then I wanted to add, because I know a lot of some of you are like, Mike's newer to you and maybe you're newer to internet marketing and things. There's a lot of like funnel builders and people out there. They can go create something that I'm not going to go just suddenly start pouring time and money into, because there's a lot of testing and a lot of experience and wisdom behind creating successful marketing campaigns. And when you have, like, Mike's one of only, I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, I love Mike. He's a friend. He's a mentor. I love this guy. But I would say this behind every closed door. I'd say this if Mike, if we didn't have a relationship, that there is less than a handful of people in the world that I would trust to build funnels. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything with funnels. That's the level of trust I have in Mike. And I'm freaking great. I've spent tens of thousands on learning how to build funnels and marketing and everything else. I'm not touching that because we have one of the best in the world working on it right now. And I love, like Dean just said, he knows it's going to be worth the wait. It is. And I'm not trying to hype this all up either. I just want to share that there is a ridiculous amount of value in what is happening and what continues to happen. And part of that is the long term. Like me hanging my hat here and my flag here, knowing what the next 3 to 6 to 12 months look like, that's really rare that I can trust somebody. Are we going to be cranking things over the coming months, much less oh man, look, he bailed out after a week. So Mike, I just wanted to share some of that and just say, I really love your persistence and your genius that goes into all this. And I love all this whole community as well. All you guys and gals, you're amazing. So just wanted to throw that perspective out there.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Jason. Yeah, I've been doing funnels for a long time. One thing you guys will notice is most of my funnel work is not polished, like your typical funnels would be. And just so you guys know, that's on purpose. I've always done really well with what some might call transparency, authenticity. And the more you polish stuff up, I found the further that I get away from the core message being what drives the funnel. And the more pure that core message, the more effective I found it is. And you also tend to attract people that stay longer when you don't. I mean, the polish often is hype. It's a mirage. And when you attract people that are attracted to mirages, they don't tend to stick around. And so, just know that everything's intentional. And sometimes we add polish. When I want polish on video, I bring Robin to it, because she can't help but be polished on video. But just understand that everything we do is intentional, and we've been doing it for a very, very long time. And in this particular market, I mean, man, it's been 18 years, even more than that. And I know it like the back of my hand, but yeah, it is a process. It's definitely a process. You can't just, I could just create a lead capture page, a landing page, follow-up emails and everything and put it all together and go, here's your funnel. But no, that's not what's going to make it effective. I had to first enroll a lot of people myself in order to know what that funnel should be. If you're going to do it right, if you want to really do it right. And so, for example, let's give you guys a little bit of a tip on it, or a little bit of a teaser. It's, you want to build automation into a funnel, but it also needs to be high touch. And a lot of people don't understand that piece. Funnels can't only be high tech. Now, if I were to build I might be going too far here, but too much information. But if I were to build an affiliate program that just served me really well, maybe I trained people, but it didn't really help people empower them financially. They just taught them a skill, then I could automate the whole thing, because it would be all about the information I'm sharing with them. But when you're talking about a funnel that you guys are going to use to be successful with attracting prospects to you, not just me, but to you, and then turn those into sales, you're going to need it to be high tech and high touch, or that's not going to happen. And that's why a lot of you who have bought funnels or bought into the idea of funnels and tried to apply them, and you tried to build too much automation into them, that would be why you didn't have success. Unless you're highly knowledgeable and highly experienced, and you build all of that yourself into the funnel and the whole message is coming from you, that's the only time you can automate a whole funnel. But if you're going to use a funnel that I create for you, or that anyone creates for you, and be successful with it, it has to be high tech and high touch. And so I had to figure out, where do we make it high touch? I don't want to use the phone. I don't know if you guys do, but I don't think that's very effective anymore. So where were we going to have that high touch? I had to practice a bunch of ways of enrolling people to figure out what's the best way today to create a connection. So when people are reaching out to you, they've already seen all these presentations, they're already pre-sold, they're already knowledgeable and everything, and they're reaching out to you kind of ready to go. But where are they reaching out to you to? Are they reaching out to, are you calling you? I don't think you're going to be most of you won't be very effective if they're calling you. So where's it going to be? And so it's going to be in Facebook. It's going to be in Facebook Messenger. Those of you that want to use the advanced version, there'll still be automation there, because when they land in your Facebook Messenger, there'll be automated follow-up sequences, with my audio message going out to them, all working for you still, even when they make it to that point. Those of you who don't want to spend the extra money to have that kind of automation, like paying for, it's called MiniChat software that does that, or you don't want the complication or whatever, there'll be a simpler funnel for you when they land in there. I'll tell you what to say next and what to do next. That's following exactly what I've been doing, to enroll all these people. But there's been a lot of energy and testing and doing going into the funnel to lead up to this. I don't just throw them together, because we want to build something that's going to be really, really effective. Remember, I talked earlier about churning. Process is just churning in, attracting the right people and enrolling them in, and them duplicating, and those payment circles just filling up. When I build a funnel, that's what I'm putting together, is something that just churns for a very long time, just every day. It's just working. It does take some putting that together.
So what does high touch mean? High touch means you in that funnel. When you're given pre-made funnels, those all in a box business type funnels, there is no you in that funnel. There is no touch in that funnel. There is no relationship building in that funnel for future sales. And in those box funnels, they have lead capture pages that collect email addresses, but those email addresses are going to the person that created the boxed funnel. They're not even going to you. So you're not even building your list so that you can develop relationships with people for future sale. And you know you have to build your email list to get success. If not, you'll just hop from program to program to program. You'll make a little bit of money here, a little money there, but eventually you'll get frustrated and you'll probably end up broke and quit. Box funnels do not serve you because they don't touch anybody. And like Mike says, if you're not creating the whole funnel and putting yourself in front of all of it, then you're going to be struggling for a very long time in your business. That funnel has to touch you in some fashion so that you can touch them. This is touching on what people are starting to refer as the marketing life cycle instead of the sales funnel, where there's more personal connections and interactions with leads and potential buyers. You have to start using warm and fuzzy tactics to become effective. As part of our team, Mike builds all the sales funnels for us because he is one of the world's best, but all of them are created so that we are, as individuals of the team, are the touch point. Mike is not the touch point. We put ourselves in front of the entire funnel as if we created it. That takes an entire weight off the team, and it also contributes to the huge success of our businesses in our team. So I hope that serves you in giving you something to consider in your sales funnel. You've got to have you in the funnel with that personal touch in order to grow your business and be very successful with your sales funnel.